Have you ever felt like your brain just refuses to study? As if there's some invisible wall that turns even the most interesting subject into an absolute nightmare? What if I told you there's a way to turn your mind into an unstoppable learning machine, and that hardly anyone knows about it? Have you ever felt like your brain just refuses to study? As if there's some invisible wall that turns even the most interesting subject into an absolute nightmare? What if I told you there's a way to turn your mind into an unstoppable learning machine, and that hardly anyone knows about it? Why do some people seem to learn with ease while others struggle to remember what they studied yesterday? The answer lies in a detail almost no one notices, something that history's greatest minds used without even realizing it, and that most people completely overlook. Here's the first big revelation. Your brain is addicted to rewards. If studying feels like a punishment, your brain will avoid it like the plague. But what if I told you there's a technique that tricks your mind into making studying feel addictive? The trick is using a system of small wins, turning every page you read into a tiny chemical reward. But hold on, that's just the tip of the iceberg. There's a second secret, even more powerful, something that can literally triple your ability to retain information. And trust me, it has nothing to do with willpower or intelligence. The real key lies in how you review what you learn. Most people read, reread, and hope it sticks. But the brain hates passive information. It needs challenges. And this is where the testing effect comes in. Instead of just reading, try quizzing yourself on what you just learned. Your brain will recognize that information as important and store it as a priority. Now comes the final piece of the puzzle, the detail that separates average students from true masters of learning. If you've ever tried studying for hours only to feel your brain melt, know that it's not your fault. Your brain has a limit, and that limit can be hacked. The time segmentation technique can make any study session up to 3 times more productive. For every 25 minutes of intense focus, take a 5-minute break. It sounds simple, but this small shift activates brain mechanisms that prevent overload and keep your mind sharp for much longer. So now comes the real question. Will you keep studying the old-fashioned way, dragging yourself through endless pages with little to show for it? Or will you use these secrets to finally turn your brain into a learning machine?